morning, Alex Lokes here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about an icon in the camera world, and one that when you hear the name, it just denotes quality. I'm not talking about Leica here. I am instead talking about Hasselblad. And today I am going to be talking to you about the Hasselblad 503cx. It is the mid-80s to early 90s continuation of the famous 500 series, or V system as it's called today. So this is an awesome camera. I'm a big fan of the Hasselblad 500C, which I own, but my good friend James Lee has loaned this out to me, so I decided to do a review for it. So we're here in Oakville, Ontario. We're in McCraney Valley right now. I got a roll of Japan Camera Hunter Street Pan 400 loaded. So let's keep walking and I'll talk to you a little bit more about this wonderful machine. While Hasselblad was involved in the photographic industry since the late 19th century, their biggest break came when a Luftwaffe plane was downed over Sweden during the Second World War. The Swedish military would turn to Hasselblad to have them try and backwards engineer the German aerial surveillance camera, resulting in the creation of the HK7 and SKA4 during that war. After the war, using the skills learned, Hasselblad aimed to create civilian cameras that were of the same quality. The first two cameras, the 1600F and the 1000F, were focal plane shutters and were over-engineered and incredibly complex. But the 1000F put Hasselblad on the map, and they decided to release a far simpler yet well-engineered camera using a lens-mounted leaf shutter, and that resulted in the 500C, released in 1957. Updates resulted in the 500CM in 1970, and in 1988, the 503cx was released. It added an AccuMat focusing screen, improved internal coating, and TTL flash metering. Production of the 503cx continued until 1994. One thing that makes 500 series cameras so popular is that they're system cameras. You can customize them to whatever situation you want. Want to hot swap your film mid-roll? You can. Want to use 6x6 120? You betcha. You can even use 220, 35mm, 70mm, and Type 100 Polaroid. And there's even a digital option. Hasselblad has a 50 megapixel digital back that will work with your 503cx. And you got metered and unmetered prism finders, waist level finders, and everything's backwards compatible. If you've worked with any 500 series Hasselblad in the past, then the 503cx is no big stretch. Everything is right where it is. And if you've worked with older ones, the 503cx is a real treat. And that comes from the AccuMat screen. It is far brighter and it's interchangeable. Everything else is exactly where it's supposed to be. Shutter release, loading and unloading film, mounting and dismounting the lens and the film back. It's all very, very common and standard, which means that it's a super easy camera and a great upgrade if you're using an older model. You know, there's just something inherently satisfying about the experience with any Hasselblad camera. And I'm usually working with a waist level viewfinder, but I have to say this PME finder is actually quite comfortable to use, even without a grip. And that's generally how I'd use a camera like this when I have an eye level finder. The one problem with these is that it only gives it is metered, but it only gives it in EV, or exposure values. And on older lenses, you actually have the EV values listed, but on these newer CF lenses, it's just not there. But there's still more to see, so let's head downtown and see what I can see there and get a wider lens. But the camera bodies are only half the equation here. The other half is the optics, and Hasselblad has been known since the 1000F to use quality Carl Zeiss optics, and that continues with the 503cx. I've been shooting this review using a planar 80mm, a sonar 150mm, and a Distagon 50mm. And the best part is, even if you're using older optics, you can still use those older chrome optics with the 503cx without any difficulty. What surprises me the most is that the 503cx is not really a popular camera. Despite this added functionality, most people will still gravitate towards the older 500cm, but don't expect to get these for a song. The body alone will cost you between $1,500 to $2,100 Canadian, and a full kit with a finder, back, and a lens between $3,500 and $5,000. But with cross-compatibility, if you've already invested in the 500 system, the body is rather reasonable. The real price comes from the optics, with the black body T-Star lenses commanding a higher price. These cameras are precision devices, so if you need them looked at, maintained, or repaired, you'd be best to send them to a licensed and trained Hasselblad technician. Well folks, that's about covers it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Now, the Hasselblad is a precision instrument. It will take incredible photos in the hands of a photographer who understands exposure, light, composition, and it will deliver every time, but it will not make you a better photographer if you just have one of these. As I mentioned, they are expensive, they are an investment, and they do require excellent care from someone who is trained. This is not a camera that you can just repair yourself. If you want that, get a Kiev 88. What is your 6x6 camera of choice? Have you tried Hasselblad's? What's your view of it? Leave me the answer in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification icon. And as always, my name's Alex Laux. Get out there, stay safe, shoot some cool film photos.